when I think of the thing that's caused me the most suffering in my life, it's by far my addiction, for sure. I'm sure that's a big thing with a lot of people. It's just how the mind works. And the fact that we need more and more and more, and it's always wanting more and changing, forever wanting more. Just a magnet to whatever it desires. And at the same time, it's selfish. So even when I was in my addiction and consistently wanted more, I couldn't even think about how others, and I couldn't even think past my environment and the things that I thought was I labeled my environment to create this illusion of comfortability that really never made me feel comfortable. And this illusion of like human against human, and that we have this identity, and that we have to be like the highest person on the totem pole to be considered anything in our entire life, and getting reassurance from so many people and so many different things. And it has to start with becoming conscious. The only way to become conscious and aware of your addiction is to start meditating. 95% of your thoughts are subconscious programs created by the reactionary self and the survival mechanism of the brain. So we're basically on repeat every single morning. Thoughts are the language of the brain, and feelings are the language of the body. How we think and feel is our entire state of being. So most people wake up in the morning and they're thinking about what happened yesterday, a relationship, anything in the past. They'd rather read yesterday's newspaper than go to the actual event. And it's this that created this same cycle. And the ideas of society calling me an addict, me labeling myself an addict through multiple rehabs, institutions, AA, which just keeps you in that endless cycle because you're defining yourself as something that you are trying not to portray yourself as. So now I'm perceiving all these other people as addicts, not as a part of me, which is creating more separation from me and those people, and defining them as bad people that shouldn't exist in a society that is harmonized by all of us and our emotions. It just makes absolutely no sense. But it just kept creating this cycle over and over. But this endless suffering from identity was needed. It was necessary, because I had to experience that full medium of suffering and pain to experience the full grasp of love completely. It's like there is no experience of love if there is no experience without the experience of fear. It's just the two contrasting emotions, and it's whenever you get sick of that identity and that bullshit created by this false reality loop and illusion that just keeps feeding us this negative feedback loop of information that just is meaningless, that creates this illusion of comfortability in our environment. So now that I've labeled oh, that's a car, that's the street, that's the sun. How you can't, these are just sounds that are just made up by the mind so we can try to understand our environment. But do we truly know what all this is? Truly? No, but we want to understand what it is. We can understand what the purpose of something may do, but we do not understand anything at all. And we limit ourselves that way. Now we can only see as far as our environment because we've labeled everything. Oh, those are ducks. Oh my God, ducks. And every single one of my thought forms endowed me with this sense of ownership over every single one. So now that word I, the identity, and now I'm placing all my value for my entire life on an autonomous voice that was given to every single person at birth. It needs your awareness in it in order for it to sustain itself. So you keep giving it that attention and that awareness. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. So now you're placing all of your entire energy on your thought form. And it goes in this circle. You can notice your thought form if it's in the form of an identity or a belief. It's always an identity or belief. Just become aware. Close your eyes from this external environment that you're giving all of your awareness to, and you've labeled, oh, tree, boring, dole the fuck out of my life, yeah. But I thought it made me feel comfortable for some reason. I thought these external pleasures made me feel good. For a millisecond, always projecting a future from a past moment. So now that I've created this endless fear in the mind from all these past failures, which it has to do, it has to create self-defense mechanisms so it doesn't have to go back to the lines then again, so we could evolve and become the next greatest thing, you know? That's it. It goes in this circle. Everything, all energy in the entire world moves in a circle. So it goes from a belief to a feeling to a thought to the action to the result. And that's how your thoughts move in a circle. So now, let's say, per se, my addiction says, oh, I need to smoke weed. And then the feeling is just the awareness of an emotion, energy in motion. And then the thought, I should pack this bowl, or should I? I don't know if I should, because one of these people are thinking of me, which is just more fear of what people are thinking of you because of the ideas of society. And then you want to feel that feeling even more because of these ideas of society. It's just making you feel bad, and you don't know how to get out of it other than all these external things that you've already put all your awareness and all your energy into. Creating that endless cycle, endless negative feedback loop. If you go only see as far as your environment, you're stuck. You're stuck in the past. You're only seeing in the past through the labels and definitions which were formulated through the fear of the unknown and not knowing what your environment is. But we've come so far in our evolutionary history that there's no need at all. There's no need at all. Such a beautiful day. Love y'all. Namaste. Peace.